Good morning, folks. It is 10 a.m. I'm State Representative John Michael Parker calling this committee meeting of the Environment Committee to order. And now that we are in order, we are going to go into recess while we wait on a few other people to get in the room. So thank you. We are in recess TBD.
Wrong one else.
That's what I do. Good morning, everyone. It's 10:15. We're going to call this meeting back into order. So welcome. This is the Wednesday, March 4th committee meeting for the Environment Committee. Got a great agenda with us. The meeting has been convened, recessed, reconvened, and so we'll go with any remarks from the chairs. Senator Lopes? Senator Hockadell? Representative Baumgartner? Representative Callahan?
Just brief, sorry I'm late. New record, almost 2.5 hours to get here, but I did get to see neighborhoods in Southington I've never seen before. I apologize for being late, and I look forward to a productive day and a committee meeting.
Thank you, Representative. I'll just say briefly, we've got a long day ahead of us. We got this committee meeting followed by a public hearing with a number of folks signed up and important bills to get into. So we look forward to a good, productive day. I think on this agenda, there are a number of items. You might hear this again later on that may be moving forward today as a step in the process of what is ultimately a long process with more opportunities for improvement as we go forward. When we try to JF some bills, please understand, again, we're trying to just move forward in the process on a couple of these. And I'm sure some of my colleagues will share similar remarks as we go forward. That said, we're going to move into item number 3, bills for review. And before we start calling bills, I think Representative Callahan has a request.
Just a request to begin a consent calendar for the committee meeting.
So ordered. Thank you, Representative. We're going to jump down to number 2 on the list here. HB number 5152, an act concerning certain authorities related to the prevention of wildfires. This is a JF to the floor, and I will entertain a motion to JF to the floor. So move, Senator Lopes, seconded Representative Baumgartner. Are there any questions or remarks on this bill? Rep. Callahan.
I would move that we add this to the consent calendar.
Thank you, Representative. So ordered. Next up, number 3 on our list, HB 5153. This is an act concerning minor revisions to Department of Energy and Environmental Protection related statutes. I will entertain a motion to JFS to the floor. So moved, Representative Baumgartner, seconded, Senator Hockadell. Are there any questions or comments on this bill? Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would request that HB 5153 also be added to the consent calendar.
Thank you, Representative. So ordered. Next up, number 4, HB 5157, an act concerning the tire stewardship program. I'll entertain a motion to JFS to the floor. So moved, Representative Gresco. Second, Senator Lopes. Any questions or comments on this bill? Representative?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. After speaking, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Just real quick.
Please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, go ahead.
The language change requires retail participation after the time period that we're giving them to add their information and their expertise to the process. By no means do I want this to seem like it's a foregone conclusion. I want them at the table. I want the TSO to hear what they have to say in good faith. They are the boots on the ground. And I'm hoping that we come out with a fine product at the end of this. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative. Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would move that we add the HB 5157 to the consent calendar. We have spoken to the advocates, and they are satisfied with what the language is, so we're good.
Thank you, Representative. So ordered. Do we need a second over there, gents? Are we off on a wrong track here? Give us a second.
Two quick things. Maybe I missed it because I was talking to Omar. Was there a motion to JFS at time?
On tire stewardship, there was Gresco and
Me.
Lopes.
And typically, what I recommend my committee does is read the LCO number of the substitute to avoid any ambiguity. Alternatively, you can have the clerk read it out at the end when she actually
Let's do
calls
that.
the consent calendar.
Okay. Thank you. Just to note that at the end of the meeting, when the clerk calls the consent calendar, the clerk will name the specific LCO on these JFS bills. I should have had that ready to go. Thank you for the feedback, and we'll make sure we get that right next time around. But we'll make sure that when we come to vote on the consent calendar, we'll have the LCO numbers ready for the JFS language. Thank you so much. Next up, item number 5. This is SB 148, an act concerning revisions to aquaculture-related statutes. I'll entertain a motion to JFS to the floor. So moved, Representative Baumgartner. Seconded, Senator Lopes. Questions or remarks on this bill? Rep. Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Senate Bill 148, it's just to update the notification standards for shell fishing, and we're okay with moving that to the consent calendar.
Thank you. So moved to the consent calendar, Representative. And next, item number 6, SB 149, an act concerning revisions to the Farmers Market Nutrition Program. I will entertain a motion to JFS to the floor. So moved, Senator Lopes. Seconded, Representative Baumgartner. Any questions or comments on this bill? Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And on Senate Bill 149, I've spoken with Department of Agriculture. Most of these practices are already in place, and this is just to formalize it, so I have no problem with moving it to the consent calendar.
Thank you, Representative. So moved. Next up is item 7 on our agenda. This is HB 5155, an act concerning pesticide reporting modernization. I will entertain a motion to JF to the floor. So moved by Senator Lopes and seconded by Representative Arzeno. Are there questions or comments on this bill? Representative Dubitsky.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As written, this bill is extremely broad. It covers all pesticides, all. So if a farmer goes to Tractor Supply and buys some powder for his roses, he would have to report it. If he got some spray for insects around his house, he would have to report it. If he got if he even went to like Walmart and got a can of bee spray and used it, he'd have to report it. So this is way overbroad. I understand the purpose of the statute, and I think it could be, or the bill, I think it could be, that purpose could be satisfied if if it were limited to regulated, limited use pesticides that are applied by licensed applicators. And I would make an amendment. I would introduce an amendment to this to limit it to restricted use pesticides used by licensed applicators. And I make that motion.
There's a motion for an amendment. Is there a second? Seconded by Rep. Anderson. Rep. Dubinsky, can you share a bit more about what the amendment would specifically do in terms of language in the bill that we're looking at?
I
What
think
lines
we-
you're referring to?
I think we actually have it printed. Do we have it? I think it is being distributed.
Great. Let's get this distributed. We'll take a quick look and keep moving forward. Thank you, Representative. These are, you've got something else. I got you. Thank you. This is.
Thank you. Oh, fabulous. Thank you.
You got any more copies? I will stop. Let's send them down the list. Thank you. Grab and pass.
Does it have the usual provision in there?
All right, now that some folks have the amendment in them, I certainly can ask a question, but I'm curious, do any of my colleagues want to get started first? Anyone have any other questions or comments on this amendment?
And
Further comment, Rep. Dubisky, go ahead.
yeah, I would just say that this should also give LCO the authority to make any necessary and conforming changes to the language.
Thank you, Representative. I appreciate your remarks and especially appreciate you noting that you can understand some of the intention behind this bill. I'm in a similar place, wanting, I'll put it in my words, wanting to try to bring a bit more clarity, transparency, and modernization to this process. That certainly could use it. I know that our friends at DEEP are working on that on their own terms, and so we might need to work together to move that forward. You know, I've certainly heard some feedback on this bill. I think some of my colleagues have as well. Heard from a number of members on this committee with concerns they heard to the bill as proposed. I'm encouraging us to JF the bill as is today, because I think that helps us move forward in the process with an OFA review and be able to continue working on the language. So I'm going to encourage my colleagues to vote against this amendment. With that said, I really would appreciate your continued input on it, Rep. Dubisky. I know you'll be happy to do that. And I'm sure there'll be others that will work with us as we move this one forward. Are there other final remarks on this amendment before we vote? Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I do appreciate the thought my colleague from the eastern side of the state has put in. There are definitely concerns with this still, and we heard that during the public hearing. And I do think this, even though we acknowledge that there is quite a bit of work to still do, this amendment does make the bill better, and I hope it will be considered. Thank you.
Thank you, Rep. Callahan, for your remarks. All right, seeing no further questions or comments, we are going to move to a vote. And there could be a voice vote. Thank you, Representative. I appreciate it. Let's have a voice vote on this bill, on this amendment. Thank you. So we are talking about the proposed amendment here on HB 5155. With no issue, we'll call the voice vote. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed, no. No.
No.
No.
No.
The motion trickles through the screens and fails. Thank you, Representative, for sharing this and look forward to engaging in the process. Are there further questions or comments on this bill before we move to a roll call? Seeing none. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll for HB 5155?
This is a roll call vote for HB number 5155, an act concerning pesticide reporting modernization. It's JF to the floor. Senator Lowe,
No. Yes.
That's the bill. This is the underlying bill. The underlying bill.
That's why he's in charge now.
Representative Parker,
Yes.
Senator Hockedale,
Yes.
Senator Harding, Representative Callahan,
I acknowledge there's more work to be done. I'm a no at this point.
Representative Anderson,
No.
Representative Arceno,
Arsenio, yes.
Representative Chafee, Representative Chafee.
Chafee votes yes.
Thank you. Senator Cohen. No, just leave it blank. Okay. Representative D'Amico,
D'Amico votes yes.
Representative Dillon. Representative.
Gillen
Du-
votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Doucette,
Yes.
Representative Dubitsky,
No.
Representative Gresco,
No.
Representative Gucker,
Representative Gucker's a yes.
Representative Horn,
Yes.
Representative Jensen,
No.
Representative Johnson,
Yes.
Representative Leeper,
Yes.
thank you. Senator Mayer, I'm sorry. Representative Mushinski, Representative Mushinski,
I saw her earlier.
we can't hear you, Representative Mushinski.
Yes.
Thank you.
Brzezinski, yes.
We
need to see her. There she
We
is.
need to see, oh, we saw it. Representative O'Dea.
Representative O'Days, no.
Thank you. Representative Kispo,
No.
Representative Paletta. Representative Reddington Hughes,
No.
Representative Reyes. Representative Smith,
Representative Steinberg, could you put yourself on mute? Thank you, sir.
Did you call Smith?
yes,
Smith votes yes.
thank you. Representative Shannon,
Shannon votes yes.
thank you. Representative Stewart, no. Representative Steinberg,
Representative Steinberg votes yes.
thank you. Representative Sweet,
Sweet votes yes.
thank you. Representative Beach,
Veach votes no.
thank you. All set, thank you, Chair. Yes.
I'd like to cast my vote in the affirmative.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
And just say, yeah.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Representative. Did anyone else on the committee that's in the room here not get called on and have the chance to vote? All right. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Holding votes open. I'm sorry.
Until the end of the meeting. Yeah. So folks that, and we know people are dealing with travel issues this morning. We appreciate your patience. We'll try to show it back. And until the beginning of the public hearing, we'll kind of declare the times for that when we get through the next couple items. Thank you, folks. Let's keep moving. Item number 8 on our agenda is HB 5156, an act concerning a climate change superfund. I'll entertain a motion to JF to the floor.
So moved.
So moved by Representative Mashinsky, seconded by Rep. Baumgartner. Are there questions or comments on the bill? Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In listening to the public hearing on this and reading the information on this, there's no question that this bill, HB 5156, is a tax. It's a tax on fuels in Connecticut being imposed by Connecticut. And therefore, the right place of cognizance is the Finance Committee. And I would make a motion that we send this bill to Finance for consideration.
Second.
Thank you for the request, Rep. Callahan. I will take that into consideration. I understand there's a big financial impact on this. That said, I would like to continue with the motion as initially raised, which is to JF to the floor.
You can leave room for comment?
There will certainly be comment, yeah.
Anyone want to comment?
So we'll stay with the motion to JF to the floor. Further comments certainly welcome. Representative Piscopo?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, it's I was hoping you'd kind of take back that motion so that we could air this out, because this isn't really quite in front of us correctly, because it's a huge fund, and we charge the treasurer with taking care of our dedicated fees, and it requires a tax. It's a big brand new tax, and I think the Finance Committee that I've served on for many years is the more of a correct place to begin this bill. So we could send it over there, and I think that's a better move. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I appreciate your remarks, Representative. I will agree there's a lot in this bill, and it's going to require a lot of other eyes as we go forward. So thank you for the remarks. Further, Representative Dubisky.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I don't think we should be doing this bill at all. If it is as it stands, it is a significant tax and should go to the Finance Committee. But even putting that aside, this legislature keeps jamming these climate change fantasies down the throats of the people of this state and is not giving them time to digest them. I can't tell you how many people that are associated with school systems in my district and outside my district are literally panicked about having to change their all their school buses to electric buses. They're worried about the batteries. They're worried about the charging. They're worried about reliability. They're worried about the batteries not working in the winter. We have not even given them an opportunity to figure out how that one change is going to work, much less more and more and more and more changes. So I think this bill is a bad idea. I don't think that we should JF it out of committee. I think we should give the people of this state a little time to figure out all the things that we've already forced down their throats before we engage in even more. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for your remarks, Representative. Are there further questions or comments on the bill?
Mr. Chairman,
Representative Mashinsky?
I just wanted to point out that in August of 2024, we spent $300 million of taxpayer funds to clean up after the storm hit Oxford and neighboring towns. Great destruction, 3 deaths. And it was attributed to changes from climate change. The intense rainfall, 16 inches in 1 hour, which caused all the brooks and rivers to rise, was attributed to climate change. And we will have more storms like that. And we will need to address who pays for the damage. So I hope that the Environment Committee will vote on it. And I am sure the Finance Committee will also want to vote on it. It'll get there sooner or later. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for your remarks, Representative. I think Rep. Piscopo had a comment.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry, I thought the discussion was on the motion, but thank you. And
On the underlying bill, go ahead.
thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And I want to associate my comments to my friend and colleague on my left. He pretty much summed it up. This bill is just not
right for this time, and it shouldn't be before us, and I oppose it. Many of us, before the session started, went to arcade meetings, the regional Connecticut Association of Boards of Education meetings, the big regional meetings we go to. And you think you're going to go there and hear about education issues, and that's all they were concerned about was that 2030 mandate coming with electric vehicle buses. And it's very, very much on their mind. They asked us, no matter where you are on this, please, just help us out here and just extend the 2030 mandate or reform it anyway, push it off. And that was just a big issue there. And I think if there's any common ground on this whole debate, it's in resilience. We all understand that there, maybe there should be some construction for resilience, build better generation stations, get them off the floodplains, harden our grid. We're doing that over in the Energy Committee. And my point is, it's already being done. There's a process that it's already being done. The Department of Energy and Environmental Protection comes before the Energy Committee and the bonding subcommittee, by the way, and requests those kind of corrections. We hear from the other side of the aisle too that it's they bring up weather events, and we just had a couple feet of we had a foot and a half of snow twice this winter. And if we were on that side, if we're on the alarmist side, we'd be calling about another ice age coming, with a weather event. So it's not, if you equate weather events to climate, which is over millennia, it's easy to do. So this winter we could have easily claimed that there's a coming ice age and started a big crisis that way and alarm that way. But a lot of states are going the other way, and here's Connecticut doubling down on it. Indiana got rid of its renewable portfolio standards, and their economy took off. You land in Indianapolis, and all you see is billboards inviting industry to come to their state, and the reason why. Ohio did it recently. Pennsylvania. Our neighbors to the north even adjusted their renewable portfolio standards very recently, I believe, last week or so. So they're looking into it too. So it's common sense. So to tax this huge tax in the name of climate change is just I think it's not correct, and I oppose it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I appreciate your remarks, Representative Piscopo. I think I saw just two other hands, Rep. Dillon, and then we'll come to Rep. Reddington Hughes. Rep. Dillon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I strongly support taking positive action on this bill. And we owe it to the people of Connecticut. We owe it to the next generation. We have gone back from where we were. We had a commissioner of environmental protection under Jody Rell, who had come here from Massachusetts and had worked for Mitt Romney. This was not a partisan issue. If anything, it was more Republican. And sometimes people on the Democratic side got skittish about a lot of environmental issues. The facts are clear. The federal government is repealing and destroying a lot of the progress. Someone is going to pay. And therefore, we have to have this conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your remarks, Representative. And Rep. Reddington Hughes, please.
Hi. My concerns really are that this is going to increase the cost of energy in a state where we have that as one of our largest problems in the entire state. It also is unfairly taxing people for things that they had no control over and they had nothing to do with. So I really feel that, the clawback on this is in the wrong direction. And I'm also concerned with what within the bill, will happen to entities, that were polluters 30 years ago, that no longer exist at all. So I don't know how you collect on something that no longer exists. Thanks.
Thank you for your remarks, Representative. Are there further questions or comments on this bill? Representative Dubisky for the second time.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As you probably remember, during the public hearing on this bill, many people came in and advocated in favor of it, claiming that as a fact that the weather the weather changes are caused by oil companies. As a fact, like that, everybody knows oil companies are changing the weather. I asked, I don't know, a dozen of them, many of them, do you have any scientific proof of that? Do you have any proof that oil companies are changing the weather? And they were all huffed and puffed and, oh yeah, of course, everybody knows that the oil companies are changing the weather. It's all right. Show me something, anything. We got nothing. Zero. Zip, nada, bupkis. Nobody can make that connection. Nobody can prove that oil companies are changing the weather. Nobody did at the public hearing, and I asked people to send me stuff afterwards. As far as I know, I didn't get anything that proved that oil companies are changing the weather. Without actual proof that a specific person or entity is doing something bad, we should not be blaming them for the fact that we got a lot of snow this year. We've been hearing for years, there's no snow anymore. The weather's changed. We remember when we were kids, we used to get a lot of snow, and we don't get any snow anymore. All right, well, now we got a lot of snow. Oh, it's climate change. Sometimes it snows, sometimes it doesn't. You can't point that at any given person or entity, which this bill tries to do. So I think this is misguided. I think it assumes things that nobody has been able to prove. And I think we are heading down the wrong path with bills like this. So I, as you could probably guess, will be opposing it. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for your remarks, Representative. Final remark from Representative Callahan, and then we'll move to a roll call vote.
Thank you. Just a brief comment. One thing I forgot to mention along the lines of what Representative Reddington Hughes talked about. During the public hearing, we heard two different things, that this is going to be costly spread out throughout the market worldwide. That's simply not the case. This is a tax on Connecticut residents. We can't dictate what we can tax out of Connecticut or out of the country. So this will be a tax on Connecticut. Energy prices are killing us in Connecticut. Talk about the most expensive things in your home. One of them is electricity or energy. In Connecticut, we still use fossil fuels to generate. Hopefully we have modular nuclear coming soon, but we still need that base load of power, which will still be fossil fuels for quite a while. So this will just make things more expensive, and this is just an additional tax that will raise your cost for your car and your home. And that's why I think we have to further dig into the financials of this. So I appreciate it, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for your comments, Representative. With that, Madam Clerk, please call the roll on HB 5156.
This is a roll call vote for House Bill number 5156, an act concerning a climate change superfund. JF to the floor. Senator Lopes,
Yes.
Representative Parker,
Yes.
Senator Hockedale,
Yes.
Senator Harding, Representative Callahan,
No.
Representative Anderson,
No.
Representative Arsenio,
Arsenio, yes.
Representative Chafee,
Rep. Chafee votes yes.
Senator Cohen,
Yes.
Representative D'Amico,
Representative D'Amico votes yes.
Representative Dillon,
Voted.
I apologize for my incorrect vote, and I withdraw it. Pardon me? And now it is time for me to vote in my own name, and I vote yes.
Yeah.
One moment for a second. And also the people in the doorway there, can you clear out or find seats? We got plenty of seats. You don't need to block the doorway.
I'll call them. Representative Baumgartner.
Yes.
Thank you. Representative Doucette.
Yes.
Representative Dubitsky.
No.
Representative Gresco. Representative Gucker.
Yes.
Representative Horn.
Yes.
Representative Jacobson. Representative Jensen.
No.
Representative Johnson.
Yes.
Representative Leeper. Again. Representative Leeper. Senator Mayor Mar.
Senator Mar votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Mushinski.
Mushinski, yes.
Representative O'Day.
Day, no.
Representative Piscopo.
No.
Piscopo, I'm sorry. Piscopo. Representative Paletta. Representative Reddington Hughes.
No, thanks.
Representative Reyes. Representative Smith.
Smith votes yes.
Representative Shannon.
Yes.
Representative Stewart. Representative Steinberg.
Representative Steinberg votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Sweet.
Yes.
Representative Beach.
No.
Representative Gresco.
Yes.
All set. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, folks. Onward to item 9 on our agenda. This is SB 146, an act concerning the protection of livestock from certain wildlife. I will entertain a motion to JFS to the floor. So moved from Senator Lopes.
Representative Horn.
Seconded by Representative Horn. Thank you. Are there questions or comments on the bill? Representative Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Bears are very beautiful. I love to see them, but the population is saturated in some parts of the state, especially the northwest corner. The bears get hungry and they can eat a lot, and farms provide a lot of opportunity for that. I think this bill promotes a balanced approach. Farmers incur great costs and they need it as a tool to protect their crops and livestock. Previously, we passed protections for pets. Now we're extending it to livestock, which can be just as precious and as expensive. This bill is meant only as a last resort when a bear is injuring or killing a person's livestock. I know there are fears that it will be abused. Those fears, in my opinion, are unfounded. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative, for your comments. I see Representative D'Amico online.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, just a couple of questions. First, a procedural one. I noticed that this is a substitute. We have substitute language in front of us, LCO 2579. I'm just wondering if you could inform me as to how this differs from the original LCO 836, the raised bill.
Thank you for your question, Representative. I believe it's a slight change in the title and the use of a comma.
Okay, thank you. Couple more substantive questions. Thank you for that answer. I'm looking at in a couple different places in the substitute language, LCO 2579. On line 11, the word crops is bracketed out. In line 16, the word crops is bracketed out. Why is it that the owner or lessee of property is not required under this language to take reasonable non-lethal efforts to secure their property?
Thank you for your question, Representative. The intent of the bill is to distinguish between what it takes to be able to protect apiaries and livestock from what it takes to protect crops, much larger, much more expensive, potentially challenges associated with some of the items and actions that have been talked about.
So when we heard testimony from the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, they talked about, and this goes back to last year and includes this year. I believe they talked about requiring methods for keeping bears away from people's property, and that as my good colleague just mentioned a couple of minutes ago, that this would only be a last resort. How can we say that by removing the directive to use non-lethal methods to protect crops, how can we say that this is really a last resort?
I appreciate your question, Representative. I'm not going to speak to that. I don't think the bill uses the language last resort. Do you have any further questions?
I do have a couple of further questions, Mr. Chair, and I appreciate your indulgence in letting me raise the questions. The beginning of the bill, we're looking at lines 7 through 9. It talks about damage caused to crops during the preceding growing season. So if I understand this correctly, this bill is going to allow a farmer or another person to be able to take a bear who caused damage during the preceding season, perhaps as much as a year earlier. Do I read that correctly?
Representative, can you please repeat your question? Thank you.
Sure. In the bill substitute language that I'm looking at, lines 7 through 9, we're talking about allowing the taking of bears who cause damage to crops during the preceding growing season. So this, as I read it, this would allow the taking of bears for damage that was done as much as, preceding growing season, I guess that could be a few months, could be as much as a year previous. Am I reading that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. And so is there any way that someone who gets permission to take a bear or bears is able to identify that this particular bear is the one who caused the damage several months ago?
Not that I'm aware of.
You're not aware. Okay. So I'm looking at some testimony that was given to the committee on this bill during the public hearing, and this testimony says that by allowing people to kill wildlife that cause damage to crops during the preceding growing season, this is akin to allowing homeowners to violently attack and kill anyone who walks past their house just because their home had been previously burglarized. Would you agree with this analogy? Is this an analogous situation, Mr. Chair?
I take significant issue with the analogy, Representative.
You do? In what way, sir?
Let's stay on the language in the bill, Representative. Okay.
Well, I think the point has been made, Mr. Chair. You have given me given us no way of no indication that someone who's given permission to kill a bear is going after the proper bear. So in other words, the way I read this bill, and I think you would be in agreement, someone is now going to be allowed to take bears based on what happened, as much as up to a year previously, with no guarantee that the bears who caused the damage are the ones who are going to be taken. So to me, that is quite problematic. Second issue, several issues. That would be the main issue. I also have a question about lines 24 and 25 that indicate that no applicant for a permit pursuant to this section shall require notarization. We're talking about something pretty serious, killing one of the most majestic animals that we have in our environment, and we're not going to require any kind of notarization for the person who's going to be doing this. Do I read that correctly, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
I do. Okay. And is there a reason why we're not requiring notarization?
We are hoping to not make unnecessary challenges to the process.
Okay. I don't know that I would agree that it's an unnecessary, but okay. So, Mr. Chair, I have some serious problems, as you can see, with this bill. The main one being what I referenced earlier, that there is no way to know that the bear who is being taken is the one who caused the damage. So it was suggested to me, and I will suggest it to the committee, that this is really a bear hunt in disguise. We are allowing the taking of bears who may have nothing to do with damage that was caused to crops or livestock previously. So would you agree with me that this is just a bear hunt in disguise, Mr. Chair?
No.
You would not. And in what way would you distinguish that it is not a bear hunt in disguise, Mr. Chair?
Bear hunt is not in the bill, so I won't speak to that.
You're not really answering my question, Mr. Chair. How can this not be a bear hunt when we are allowing the taking of a bear who may very well have no correlation to the property that was damaged previously?
Representative, I sincerely appreciate your passion for the majestic creatures as you've referred to them here. We've engaged a lot of time on this back and forth in public and behind closed doors. I'd ask that if you have any other final questions on the bill, the language itself, you share those. If you have final remarks, we welcome those as well.
Yeah. No, I think my remarks speak for themselves, and I appreciate your time. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for your passionate advocacy, Representative. I mean that. Are there final questions or comments on this bill? Representative Reddington Hughes.
My interpretation of this is much different. It's giving the farmers the ability to defend their crops against the bears that are causing them a lot of damage. And I think that the intent of this certainly is not a bear hunt, nor is it, as some have categorized it, as a trophy hunt, because none of the pieces of the bear are going to be kept or displayed or anything. This is a public safety issue, and that is how it's being tried to be dealt with. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Representative. Comments from Representative Mushinsky.
Mr. Chairman, I have no objection to defending livestock. I think that's a good part of the bill. I do have a problem with the crop portion of the bill because there's no aversion techniques required of the farmer first. And farmers around the world employ dogs. There's specific dogs that chase bears, Karelian bear dogs, that could be used to cause the bears to steer away from the farm. Also, the experiment station has worked with strip culture, where they put a strip of unpleasant tasting crop around the field, and the animals learn that the corn will make them vomit, and they stay away from the corn. So there's a couple of things that I could think of right off the top of my head that would be an aversion technique that would discourage the bears from coming. But the way the bill is written now, this is kind of a continuous process. The bears will keep coming in every single year, and about 10 of them will be killed every single year because there's no aversion techniques in here. So for that reason, I will be voting no. Thank you.
Thank you for your remarks, Representative. Seeing no from Representative Callahan. Representative Callahan.
Just one final remark. I understand there's passion on both sides. I love animals. I don't hunt. Even when I fish, I use barbless hooks because I feel bad. But when it comes to, I have a lot of agriculture in my district. I've been up to, and I've mentioned this before, Goat Boy Soaps, where the bears have broken into their paddock and mutilated and dismembered their baby goats. They just want the ability to protect their livestock. This is not a bear hunt at all. We just don't want them second guessing to be able to protect their home, their pets, and their livestock. Thank you.
Thanks for your remarks, Representative. Representative Dubisky.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would just note that Karelian bear dogs are hunting dogs. They hunt bears. They don't chase them away from fields. They hunt them. So using Karelian bear dogs would not be a alternative to the actions in this bill. Thank you.
Thank you for your remarks, Representative. Seeing no further comments, Madam Chair, would you please call the roll? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll? Rick's out, sorry.
All right, this is a roll call vote for SB number 146, an act concerning the protection of livestock from certain wildlife with LCO number 25279. JFs to the floor. I'm so sorry, JFS to the floor. An act concerning the protection of livestock from certain wildlife. Senator Lopes,
Yes.
Representative Parker,
Yes.
Senator Hockaday,
Senator Hockaday, a no.
Representative Baumgarten,
Representative Baumgartner votes yes.
Senator Harding, Representative Callahan,
Yes.
Representative Anderson,
Yes.
Representative Orsino,
Orsino, yes.
Representative Chafee,
Chafee votes no.
Senator Cohen, Representative D'Amico,
Representative D'Amico votes no.
Representative Dillon, Representative Doucette,
Yes.
Representative Dubitsky,
Yes.
Representative Gresco,
Yes.
Representative Gucker,
No.
Representative Horn,
Yes.
Representative Jacobson,
Yes.
Representative Jensen,
Yes.
Representative Johnson,
Yes.
Representative Leeper, Senator Moore,
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Mushinski,
No.
no, okay. Representative O'Day,
O'Day votes yes.
Representative Piscopo,
Yes.
Representative Paletta, Representative Reddington Hughes,
Reddington Hughes votes yes.
Representative Reyes, Representative Smith,
Smith votes yes.
Representative Shannon,
Yes.
Representative Stewart, Representative Steinberg,
Yes.
Representative Sweet,
Yes.
Representative Beach,
Yes.
Representative Dillon,
No.
thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Little housekeeping for folks. We know it's past 11. We're going to keep going and finish up this meeting. Then we will recess for 15 minutes so folks can get their votes in, and then we will start the public hearing. I'll repeat that all again when we get to the end of the meeting, but just a heads up of what's coming. We got one item left and then a consent calendar. So next up, item 10 on our list, the last item, SB 144, an act providing for local representation on the Connecticut Siting Council. I will entertain a motion to JF to the floor. So moved by Senator Lopes and seconded by Senator Hockaday. Are there any questions or comments on this bill? I see Representative D'Amico. Representative.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, just a couple of procedural questions. I'm looking at testimony that was submitted by Governor Lamont himself about this bill, and he noted that this bill, Senate Bill 144, is nearly identical to Senate Bill 73 from 2023, which was returned to the General Assembly without his signature, i.e. it was vetoed by the governor. So is he correct? Is this bill nearly identical to the bill from 3 years ago, which he vetoed?
That's my understanding.
It is. So in view of that, Mr. Chair, I guess it begs the question, why is this bill in front of us today?
Thank you for your question, Representative. We believe it's an important topic to continue working on. We appreciate the input of the governor and his team, and we look forward to that conversation moving forward after this step.
Okay. Do have a couple more questions though. So again, I'm looking at well, testimony from both this year and in previous years, which notes that the siting council, individuals and towns have substantial opportunity to give input regarding matters that come before the siting council, thus obviating the need for this local representation on the siting council that's being proposed through this bill. Would you agree that that substantial opportunity for input already exists?
I don't have a comment on that, Representative.
You do not. Okay. Well, I will note that in testimony that was submitted, again, we've already established I guess to both of our satisfaction that this bill is substantially the same as the one from 3 years ago. And the governor, when he submitted testimony 3 years ago, or excuse me, when he did his veto, in his veto message, he noted that municipalities have robust opportunities for participation in siting council proceedings. They can do that multiple ways. Any municipality can appeal any decision that it disagrees with to the Supreme Court. And then he further notes in his veto message from 3 years ago, and I quote, "This bill would allow municipalities to participate in council proceedings from both sides, both as a party and through a representative member who may be privy to privileged or otherwise sensitive information." So, Mr. Chair, has that objection been taken into consideration by the leadership that is putting this bill in front of us?
Yes.
It has been taken into consideration. And would you substantially agree with the governor's assertion that this bill would allow municipalities to participate from both sides?
No comment, Representative.
No comment. Okay. Okay. I would further note that in testimony in previous years, because I believe this is the 4th year in a row, believe it or not, that a bill of this nature has come in front of the committee. And in previous years, it was noted that there is a potential problem with I forget the term that is used, but when access to confidential information. Again, has the committee considered that I believe it's called ex parte communication? Has the committee leadership considered the ex parte communication problem that this bill presents?
Representative, if you have questions that are about the bill itself, I welcome those.
Well, I think my questions indicate the problems that I do have with the bill, and it does have substantial problems that have been noted by the governor this year and in previous years, and by people who have testified this year and in previous years. And I'm really questioning, in view of the fact that it's substantially similar to what was vetoed a couple of years ago. I don't see the need for this bill, and I don't see the possibility of this bill going forward, and nor do I see that it should go forward. So I will be voting no, and I appreciate your consideration.
Thank you for your comments, Representative.
Thank you, sir.
Seeing no, we got one more from Representative Doucette.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I do support this concept. I appreciate the comments that were just offered by Representative D'Amico. I think there's a way to do this that would allay Rep. D'Amico's concerns, perhaps, and the governor's concerns from previous years. One idea that we had was to allow the COG to provide representation, create a seat on the siting council for the COG of an expert in municipal management. I believe there's going to be a similar bill in the GAE committee that includes that concept among others related to the siting council. And, you know, there's overlapping cognizance with matters related to the siting council. I know we've seen that in recent years. So I'm going to support this bill, perhaps as a work in progress, as we often say. Because I'm supportive of the concept, and it's one that we've been hearing a lot about in recent years. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Well said, Representative. I appreciate your remarks. Seeing no further, Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
This is a roll call vote for SB number 144, an act providing for local representation on the Connecticut Sitting Council. JF to the floor. Senator Lopes,
Yes.
Representative Parker,
Yes.
Senator Hockaday,
Yes.
Representative Baumgartner,
Yes.
Senator Harding, Representative Callahan,
Yes.
Representative Anderson,
Yes.
Representative Arseno,
Arseno, yes.
Representative Chafee,
JV votes no.
Senator Cohen, Representative D'Amico,
Representative D'Amico votes no.
Representative Dillon,
Yes.
Representative Doucette,
Yes.
Representative Dubitsky,
Yes.
Representative Gresco,
Yes.
Representative Gucker,
No.
Representative Horn,
Yes.
Representative Jacobson,
Yes.
Representative Jensen,
Yes.
Representative Johnson,
Yes.
Representative Leeper, Senator Marr,
Senator Marr votes yes.
Representative Mushinski,
Jinsky, no.
Representative O'Dea,
Representative O'Day votes yes.
Representative Piscopo,
Yes.
Representative Paletta,
Paletta votes yes.
Representative Reddington Hughes,
Reddington Hughes votes yes.
Representative Reyes, Representative Smith,
Smith votes yes.
Representative Shannon,
Yes.
Representative Stewart, Representative Steinberg,
Representative Steinberg votes yes.
Representative Sweet,
Yes.
Representative Beach.
Yes.
All right, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. For folks that are getting here for the public hearing, we started a little bit late due to some travel issues this morning, so we're just wrapping this up. We still need to call the consent calendar, and then we will put the meeting in recess for 15 minutes while folks finish up votes, and then the public hearing will start. So let's call the consent calendar, then I'll say all that one more time. Madam Clerk, please call the consent.
This is a roll call vote on the consent calendar, which includes HB 5152, an act concerning 5152, an act concerning certain authorities related to the prevention of wildfires. JF to the floor. HB number 5153, an act concerning minor revisions to Department of Energy and Environmental Protection related statutes with LCO number 2653. JFS to the floor. HB number 5157, an act concerning the tire stewardship program with LCO number 2570, JFS, to the floor. SB number 148, an act concerning revisions to aquaculture-related statutes with LCO number 2577, JFS, to the floor. SB number 149, an act concerning revisions to the Farmers Market Nutrition Program with LCO number 2580, JFS, to the floor. Senator Lopes,
Yes.
Representative Parker,
Yes.
Senator Hockaday,
Senator Hockenall votes yes.
Representative Baumgartner,
Yes.
Senator Harding,
Consent.
Yes.
Representative Callahan,
Yes.
Representative Anderson,
Yes.
Representative Arseno,
Arseno, yes.
Representative Chafee,
Rep. Chafee votes yes.
Senator Cohen, Representative D'Amico,
Representative D'Amico votes yes.
Representative Dillon,
Yes.
Representative Doucette,
Yes.
Representative Dubitsky,
Yes.
Representative Gresco,
Yes.
Representative Gucker.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. No worries. Representative Horn,
Yes.
Representative Jacobson,
Yes.
Representative Jensen,
Yes.
Representative Johnson,
Yes.
Representative Leeper, Senator Marr,
Senator Mar votes yes.
Representative Mushinski,
Mushinski, yes.
Representative O'Day,
Representative O'Day votes yes.
Representative Piscopo, Piscopo, oh,
Yes.
Representative Paletta,
Paletta votes yes.
Representative Reddington Hughes,
Yes.
Representative Reyes, Representative Smith,
Smith votes yes.
Representative Shannon,
Yes.
Representative Stewart, Representative Steinberg,
Yes.
Representative Sweet,
Yes.
Representative Beach.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. All right, folks, it is 11:22. We will be in recess until 11:37, at which point we will start a public hearing. We'll see you all in it. Was I wrong about that? No. Okay. 11:37. We'll see you in a bit. We are in recess.
Mr. Chair, just quick question. Are we
Thank
going to
you.
stay in this, on this Zoom?
Hello? Good morning. Anybody there for environment? Senator Cece?
Yes, hi.
Yeah, good,
We're gonna
good.
be
Yeah.
taking votes in just a second.
Oh, okay, no, but no problem. Thank you.
Laptop.
Senator Mark, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
We can't hear her.
I'm sorry?
Hang on.
Okay, I got it. I can hear you.
Okay,
And
great.
I see you. Okay, so can you vote on SB 144 and act provide, oh, I'm sorry.
I think she voted on that one already.
Did she?
Yes.
Oh, she did.
And she did the consent, so she just needs to do these.
Apologies. Can you vote on House Bill 5156 and act concerning a climate change superfund?
Senator Mar votes yes.
Oh, I have.
Oh, it's like, sure.
All right, and then House Bill 5155, an act concerning pesticide reporting modernization.
Senator Mar votes yes.
Yeah, I got her there. Awesome. Okay, you're all set.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Madam
Of
Clerk.
course. Thank you. Representative Paletta? Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. Yes, I can. Thank you.
All right. Can I see? Oh, I see you now.
Yes, I'm here.
Great. Can you vote on House Bill 5156, an act concerning a climate change superfund?
Rep. Paletta votes no.
Okay, and then House Bill 5155, an act concerning pesticide reporting modernization?
And Rep. Paletta votes no on that.
No. All right, now Senate Bill number 146, an act concerning the protection of livestock from certain wildlife?
No.
No. You are all set.
Wait, check the other ones.
Oh, let me check the other ones. Give me one second.
Thank you so much.
That one's good.
Yep.
Yep, we're doing.
No, I think you're a yes
You
on
were all
that,
set.
I just wanted to.
livestock bill. I think you voted.
I'm sorry,
wrong way on
can you repeat that?
Yes. Yes, I was a yes on the livestock bill. I think I misspoke on that one.
Livestock, which is 146. He was a yes.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where's 146? Right here. And Paletta was, oh, you're changing to a yes? 19? Awesome.
Yes. Yes. Correct. I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
Thank you, Representative. You should be all set. Race. All right.
Reyes. Okay. Representative Reyes? Representative Reyes?
Representative Reyes
There he
is
is.
available. I have a question. Do we know how long we're holding the votes?
How long are we supposed to do that?
We're gonna be closing them soon because of the public hearing.
We're gonna be closing them soon because of the public hearing. I don't know if you got that.
Okay, so I'm gonna end vote because this is I won't get there in time. I thought we were gonna hold the votes, but I will get off. Okay, all right, I'm pulling over. All right, let's go.
Okay, can you vote on House Bill 5155, an act concerning pesticide reporting modernization?
Representative Reyes in the affirmative.
Is this
And then Senate Bill 144, an act providing for local representation on the Connecticut Sitting Council?
In the affirmative, please.
Yes. All right, and then House Bill 5156, an act concerning a climate change superfund?
In the affirmative.
And then, I should be getting online.
And then Senate Bill number 146, an act concerning the protection of livestock from certain wildlife?
A question for you. Is this the one that includes bears?
Yes.
In the negative, please.
All right, and then we have a
You
few,
don't need to read that. You can just say the consent calendar.
the consent calendar.
I'm an affirmative, in the affirmative for consent calendar.
Should be all set.
You are all set. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you.
Thank you.